Right now, over 100 million Americans are directly in the path of what could be the most dangerous storm sequence we have seen in nearly 300 days. Not one storm, not two. We are talking about a chain of severe weather events that is going to keep firing one after another for the next 10 days straight. And somewhere in that chain is your city. Stay with me for the next 5 minutes, because at minute 5, I am going to give you the exact start time, peak time, and end time for the storms hitting your specific region. That information could make all the difference. Here is what is happening right now. A highly energized jet stream has set up directly over the continental United States. This jet stream is like a highway in the sky, and right now it is funneling disturbance after disturbance, storm after storm, straight across the country. Warm, moist air is being pumped out of the Gulf of Mexico and crashing into cold Arctic air, pushing down from the north. When those two air masses collide, the result is explosive. We are talking about golf ball-sized hail, winds screaming at 60, 70, possibly 80 miles per hour, and tornado conditions. And this is going to repeat multiple times over the next 10 days. Now, here is the first thing you need to know about today. The Storm Prediction Center has already issued a level 2 out of 5 risk, what they call a slight risk, for a large corridor running from Evansville, Indiana, all the way southwest through Joplin, Missouri, through Fort Smith, Arkansas, into the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If you are in any of these cities, you need to act right now. Dallas, Fort Worth, Waco, Little Rock, Fort Smith, Joplin, Evansville, Cincinnati, and everyone in between. The threat window opens this afternoon around 3 to 4 o'clock and continues through the evening. Isolated hail up to 1 inch in diameter is possible. Wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. And yes, a spin-up tornado cannot be ruled out, especially between 3 and 7 o'clock this evening. After around 7 or 8 o'clock tonight, that tornado threat drops significantly. But do not relax yet, because tonight the action is just getting started. Overnight tonight into Thursday morning, showers and thunderstorms will continue pushing through the Ohio Valley. If you are in Columbus, Dayton, Indianapolis, Louisville, or Lexington, expect a wet Thursday morning. Have that umbrella ready. The rain tapers off by mid-morning, but here is the twist nobody wants to hear. Thursday afternoon, a brand new set of storms is going to fire up, and this time the setup is even more dangerous. On Thursday, the slight risk expands from southern Kansas down through western Texas. The cities in the crosshairs include Amarillo, Lubbock, Wichita Falls, Oklahoma City, Lawton, Childress, and points in between. Here is what makes Thursday especially alarming. We could see hail up to 3 inches in diameter. That is the size of a baseball. If your car is parked outside in Amarillo, Lubbock, or anywhere in the Texas Panhandle Thursday afternoon, get it covered or get it inside now. The threat window for Thursday begins around 3:30 in the afternoon, peaks right around sunset between 6:30 and 8 o'clock, and then after midnight the storms cluster together, but the most severe activity begins to wind down. The tornado threat on Thursday is conditional, meaning it depends on whether the cloud cover burns off in time. But I am not going to sugarcoat this. There is a window right around and just after sunset where we could see a low-end strong tornado develop out of supercells forming near Amarillo and Lubbock. If you live in those areas, do not be outside near sunset on Thursday without a way to receive emergency alerts. Do not miss the next section, because what is coming on Friday is unlike anything this region has seen in close to 300 days. Friday is the big day. The Storm Prediction Center issued what is called an enhanced risk, a level 3 out of 5 for a large corridor centered on Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Kansas City, and Jefferson City. This is not a drill. Enhanced risk means all hazards of severe weather are on the table simultaneously. We are talking about winds reaching 60, 70, and potentially 80 miles per hour. Hail up to 2.5 inches in diameter, which is roughly the size of a tennis ball, and a strong tornado risk, not just isolated brief tornadoes, but the possibility of long-track significant tornadoes. The last time we had a Day 4 enhanced risk issued this far in advance was nearly 300 days ago. That tells you exactly how seriously meteorologists are taking this setup. Here is the exact timing for Friday. Storm activity begins building Thursday night into early Friday morning across Iowa, Missouri, and Kansas. By Friday morning, there will be a round of convection sweeping through. This will briefly stabilize the atmosphere through the mid-morning hours. Then the sun comes back out. temperatures surge, and by early to mid-afternoon, new storms begin firing from central Kansas southward through Kansas City and northern Missouri. This is roughly between 1 and 3 o'clock Friday afternoon. These storms will intensify rapidly through the afternoon and evening. Peak danger window for Friday is between 4 o'clock and 10 o'clock Friday evening. After midnight Friday into Saturday morning, the threat begins to shift eastward and weaken. Who else needs to be watching on Friday beyond the enhanced risk zone? The slight risk covers an enormous area. If you are in any of these cities, you are included. Chicago, Janesville, Milwaukee, Madison, Detroit, Grand Rapids, Lansing, Indianapolis, Louisville, Nashville, Memphis, Little Rock, Texarkana, Shreveport, Tyler, and the full Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex all the way south toward Waco. The marginal risk, which still carries the threat of severe weather, stretches from near Wausau, Wisconsin, down through southwestern Michigan, south through Columbus, Cincinnati, Huntington, and down toward Houston. This is one of the broadest severe weather setups in recent memory. Now, here is something most forecasts are not talking about, and this is the piece of information I promised you at the beginning of this video. This storm chain does not end Friday. Saturday and Sunday, the atmosphere settles down across most of the country and widespread severe weather is unlikely. This is actually your preparation window. Use Saturday and Sunday to check your emergency supplies, know your shelter location, and make sure everyone in your household has a way to receive tornado warnings. But by Monday, and especially by Tuesday of next week, we are watching the development of another powerful storm system. The Storm Prediction Center has already issued a slight risk for next Tuesday covering Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Texas. Nearly 100 million people are in the potential impact zone for this second major event. All hazards again, damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes are all possible for Tuesday. And then comes the twist that nobody expected when this week started. After Tuesday's severe weather threat, cold air returns. Winter is not done. Models are showing a dramatic pattern flip around the middle of the month. Snow is possible across the northern plains, including Denver, Cheyenne, Casper, Rapid City, Sioux Falls, and the Dakotas. Winter storm potential also exists for the Great Lakes region and portions of the Northeast. If you are in Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, or Boston, do not put your snow gear away yet. The forecasts 10 days out suggest temperatures could drop as much as 25 degrees below average in some areas after this next warm-up, a wild weather whiplash that is almost hard to believe. Let me now walk through the city-by-city timing one more time so you have everything you need. Today, through this evening, Dallas, Fort Worth, Waco, Little Rock, Fort Smith, Joplin, Evansville. Storms active 3 to 7 o'clock local time. Tornado threat low but not zero. Thursday afternoon and evening, Amarillo, Lubbock, Wichita Falls, Oklahoma City, Lawton, Liberal, Garden City, Dodge City. Storms fire between 3 and 5 o'clock. Peak threat at sunset around 6:30 to 8 o'clock. Baseball-sized hail possible. Friday, the biggest day, Kansas City, Topeka, Wichita, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, Columbia, Jefferson City, St. Louis. Storm development 1 to 3 o'clock. Peak danger 4 to 10 o'clock Friday evening. Significant tornado risk. Chicago, Indianapolis, Louisville, Nashville, Memphis, Dallas, and the extended areas on alert through Friday night. Next Tuesday, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas. Second major severe weather outbreak. All hazards on the table again. Details still evolving. Mid-month pattern change. Snow and cold return to Denver, the northern plains, Great Lakes, and possibly the Northeast. Let me also address the parts of the country that people sometimes feel get overlooked in these forecasts. If you are on the East Coast, specifically in the Carolinas, Georgia, Alabama, and Florida, the good news is that this particular setup keeps the most severe activity to your west for now. However, the next storm system building for next week tracks further east. Cities like Atlanta, Charlotte, Raleigh, Richmond, and Washington need to start watching the Tuesday through Wednesday window closely. If you are in the Ohio Valley, specifically Columbus, Dayton, Akron, Canton, Pittsburgh, and Charleston, West Virginia, Friday night into Saturday morning could still bring damaging winds and heavy rain even as the severe weather threat begins to diminish. And for the Pacific Northwest and the Mountain West, a different type of concern is building. The same jet stream that is powering these severe thunderstorm outbreaks is also driving heavy snow into the Rockies. Denver, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, Albuquerque, Salt Lake City, Boise, and Spokane are all in the zone for significant mountain and high plains snowfall over the next several days. If you are traveling through mountain passes in Colorado, Wyoming, or Utah, check road conditions before you go. Before I wrap up, drop your city or state in the comments below right now. I read every single comment, and I will reply with the most specific forecast I can for your exact location. Whether you are in Pensacola or Portland, Phoenix, or Philadelphia, tell me where you are and I will make sure you get the timing information you need. One more thing, there is something coming in the next storm system, the one building for late next week, that the models are just starting to show. The details are alarming in a way that the current forecasts have not fully addressed yet. We will break that down in tomorrow's update. You do not want to miss it. Make sure you are subscribed so you get that forecast the moment it drops. The window to prepare is closing fast, and the next video is going to tell you exactly what is coming next. Stay